So welcome to Diamond Matrix Masters. I'm Ruth Elizabeth, and we've been doing this all year, haven't we? Oh, in so many ways. And I was just saying that I wasn't going to go on live this morning. I'm going, that is the strangest thing to do when it's like my last week of the year and we've just cruised through Christmas and into the new year coming up. Oh, I've got an itchy palm. That's a good sign, isn't it? Okay, I'll take that as well. Why has it been such a magnificent year? Okay, well, it's been a magnificent year because we've been coming up into our new diamond light bodies. And that's what I'm about, okay, is igniting light workers into their diamond light body and their diamond frequency, which is tapping into the photon belt. So astrologically, we're coming around a massive cycle. So cycles of finishing. And we are just coming around again into the photon belt, which is the rainbow dreaming. Rainbow is diamond. Diamond is what atomizes. Every time you actually project diamond into anything, and those that have become diamond light, their hearts have been opened and they're radiating diamond light, and that diamond atomizes. So it's like the atom bomb going off and goes crash, smashes it out across in all dimensions, all miscreations, all false creations in duality, which is right versus wrong, good versus bad, etc., that we have created in 3D Earth and in Pisces is collapsing time and space. And what that means is that we're actually coming into our divinity as a sovereign soul. Remember, the soul keeps us upright on our feet here. Isn't that cool? So my first question is, if your soul pulled out of the top of your head right now, what would your body do? It would fall on the ground. Woohoo! Perfect science. You want to talk about science? I'll talk about science, all right? Esoteric science. The rest of it can go jump. Okay, so let's get that clear. We are a living vessel. I came from light. I am light, and I project light. Okay, I can't help myself. I'm actually a creator of worlds. The Theosophy circles teach about wheels within wheels, worlds within worlds. And it took me a long time to understand that. It means that we're creating a world. I have a thought or an image or a feeling, a knowing that comes to me, and my board of directors, my triune being, is actually blowing into it. It's like breathing it out. Ooh, we are creators and we create. We can't help ourselves but create. Okay, we are flat out creating. We do nothing else but create. Okay, and we have a quantum field built into our light body, and that quantum field is ever titillating. Isn't that a cool word? I might say that again. Titillating. It's titillating. It's exciting itself. Okay, it's like when you put a laser beam into a cell that's been broken or traumatized, it titillates it. It excites the cell. It remembers its original DNA. It works with its mitochondria. So the mitochondria is the memory of a cell, okay? And so if it's been traumatized, it remembers the trauma. But when we actually activate and pour in diamond, it titillates it. It excites it into remembering its original blueprint, its original DNA. And that is why healing works. Soul sovereignty, sovereignty of your God self, okay? And this is the return of the God self within you, the divinity within you, triune being, which is your divine goddess, your divine masculine, and divine inner child, who are the instigator of worlds, the power to bring that world together. And the divine inner child is the one that experiences and brings into your lived experiences as you are putting out those projections onto your own quantum field. So who's creating? You are. I love that. Oh my God. It's taken me all of these years to realize that I'm it. Okay. So I'm not, Kasia, you're not going to sleep on me, are you?
No, I'm actually activating my listening to
Oh,
you.
okay. You keep activating, all right? I'm just having a bit of fun here. So we are actually igniting our soul sovereign self. Yes. So this is what we've been doing. So we're talking about 2021, which for many has been a nightmare, okay? My thing is talking about human law versus quantum law. And I can't help talking about human law because it's actually in our faces as the monopoly masters are showing their last hand. And they're showing it in amazing ways, aren't they? Okay. And but we're actually of 5D, which means when I'm walking my sovereign journey, I'm not a part of human law. Okay, I want you to be aware of human law. I think people are being guided into human law and locked down by human law. And that's the whole point. See, Pisces is a realm of human law. Pisces, that's the last age that we've been in. It's based in duality of right versus wrong, good versus bad, heaven versus hell. And it is a no-win age. You cannot win in the age of Pisces. And you cannot win by operating with Piscean rules in your own physical form. Oh, this brings it on home. This brings it to my body, brings it to my mental body, my emotional body, my spiritual body, my physical body. Pisces cannot continue. And, you know, the greats like Magenta Pixie, I love saying the greats like Magenta Pixie, okay? She's just been totally, you know, on track, giving us all of this information throughout and had this magnificent dream of which my wonderful partner had the same exact dream, which was saying that Pisces can only devour itself, okay? Pisces is a no-win situation. It's a penal system based on victim, intimidator, and rescuer. And if you play any of those roles, whether out in community, out in the global community, in your natural community, local community, in your physical body, okay, in your family, but bringing it right on home to your physical body. If you're trying to rescue something, okay, if you're trying to intimidate something, if you're trying to, or allowing yourself to be the victim of something, you are playing the Pisces game. So Pisces is, it's got to be let go of. It's in our physical framework. What does it look like? It looks like this. I always turn back to front to myself. So Pisces is anything that's saying good versus bad, right versus wrong. Please, God, help me. Please, universe. So we're praying to something outside ourselves. We're praying to something to save us. Okay. And this is what the shift is. The shift that we keep talking about is the leap. The leap is the turnaround within ourselves to become consciousness itself, the divinity itself within us, alignment, okay, itself within us. And so we were told in the scripture, we were told, well, the Christ talked about being son of man and son of God. And I'm going, very two distinctly different positions from a quantum space. Okay, so 1 minute he would say, I'm son of God, which was his alignment to his sovereignty, which is his divinity. Father, Mother, God, and the Holy Child is the true Trinity. Okay, but wasn't taught under this patriarchal system. So we've had the patriarchal Council of Light, Earth Council of Light, dominating in this system here. And now we're coming into the maternal, balanced new Council of Light, Earth Council of Light, and many of these new leaders are coming up into it through initiation. So we've been doing these amazing initiation processes. We have the lovely Jo joining us. Wonderful. Okay. What was when he actually said that he was son of man, he was back to front, just like we've all been journeying. He was back to front to himself, and he's going, I'm this, I'm separated, and I believe that. And then I'm getting angry and I'm having all of these emotions that are Piscean. Okay. It's quite natural to be in survival. When you are separated from your source within you, are actually separated. And that's like a bottomless pit. I felt isolated for most of my life. Like, am I ever going to make the grade? So this shift, if you imagine, most of humanity is still in this shift, this movement from being separated and taught that they're separated, and it's only because we haven't been taught, to making this shift, turn around within myself. Oh, I tell you what, it was just such a relief to come into this isness of being and knowing that I'm safe, that I'm secure, that I can trust in my own divinity, trust in my own board of directors. What's the board of directors? Your triune being, your board of directors. Why do we call it board of directors? Okay, that's just a stupid little Ruthie thing, okay? But it was a very powerful thing, because this one day I got asked, would you put a wounded child onto your board of directors? So if you're starting a company, would you put a wounded child onto your board of directors? And I'm going, oh my goodness, no. So I'd come far enough to know that I was a creator, and yet I was putting this filter of the wounded child onto my quantum field. So I'm pumping out wounding. Is it any wonder that I couldn't manifest? Okay, because a wounded child keeps, comes out a little bit and then it runs back into its safe spot, and then it comes out a little bit and it's wanting to promote itself and wants love, wants to be loved, but can't be loved. And so it was my board of directors. So I had to heal a wounded child, which is what we do in our Diamond Quantum. Okay. And you can learn these things in my book. I should flash it just for the last time this year. Do a flash. Yay. Okay. Diamond, what's it called? Diamond Matrix Masters, Self-Mastery Level 1. Okay. Grab the book. This book is so relevant today. And even for those who have the end, I'm really encouraging you to, because it has, even Saint Germain came in and said to me, did you like the finale? Okay, seriously, it has an amazing finale in it. It was done with so much love and so much beauty to show me who I actually am as a sovereign being of light, fully harmonious. I'm just built in such perfect balance, perfect harmony. There's nothing to change or fix about me, okay? I am just fine. And some of these quantum laws that we bring through, okay, I'm complete and I need nothing. How is that? Well, we show you how to align yourself in a holy instant. So remember, we've been doing a lot of training around this year. In a holy instant, be whole. We're going to start at the bottom. This system's taught us from, jobs and careers and God knows what. You start at the bottom. In religion, start on your face. Okay, you're a sinner. Okay, Buddhism, 7 values. It's like, seriously, when I'm in alignment, I don't need 7 values to become a nice person. I come into alignment and I am those values. See the difference? I come into alignment, so I ignite my light body, turning it on. You may feel some energy coming through this morning because I was meant to speak. Filling up your light body right now as we speak. Okay, so I'm just doing an impartation. We do this with every single week. Okay, to bring your light body into alignment, or is turning it on. And when we turn it on, we actually, thank you, Kasha, stroking my book. Okay, my book's done all sorts of things this year, from going on walks and visiting people. Yeah, righty, I'll let you get away with that one. All right, so here we are, okay, turning ourselves in to become, or turning ourselves on in a holy instant to be ignited. And it's our responsibility to ignite the diamond, okay? And now the rose, so the rose of Isha has come in. Unconditional love of the Divine Mother is now firmly planted into the earth and balancing these energies, and not just balancing them. It is collapsing Pisces completely. It's actually giving us the signature energy to come up into here and be back in our true and divine nature as God, a drop-down version of God. Well, not even a drop-down version, okay? I'm saying we're coming back up into our divinity. And that's what the age of Aquarius is. So if you can imagine that Pisces was finished with at the start of this year, okay, in the age of Aquarius, we've actually got our toes in the age of Aquarius now, okay, and the new energies that, and all of the coding that's coming in. And thank you for every one of us that's been participating in that. We have birthed in the age of Aquarius, and it's still being brought to birth. So if you look at other spiritual teachers and that, they're teaching of dreams and visions, and I listen to the dreams and vision of what is coming through our spiritual ones right now, and they are pregnant, highly pregnant, in bringing to birth the golden child. What is the golden child? The golden child is the new earth, okay? It's the new 5D, whatever it is. And this is really powerful to understand. So Magenta Pixie was talking about the birth from a Pisces perspective, which could only devour itself. And that was the staggering message within the dream. But the dream now, as we understood it, okay, well, so this is coming to an end. The age of Aquarius is birthing in, and the new age is a full realm that's being birthed. And the reason I'm saying this is that I want every single one of us to receive this message, because as we join in the intention of it, so it is, because we're creators. So coming into our divinity, coming into here and initiating into our light body, okay, our diamond and above multidimensional light body, okay, is just staggering, because of it brings you into unconditional love. And you still may have throes of this, but we are birthing more and more into unconditional love every day, where we are creating, not as we did in the density of 3D. And you can feel it. We've all been wanting to give up 3D. It's like, ugh, it's heavy. It's a solar energy. It's heavy. But when you ignite your source within yourself, okay, you become the light. And when you become the light, that's associated with even what was the Aquarian age. And yes, it's boring. That's right. That's what I say. It's boring. Okay, but when we come associated with the Aquarian age, and even remembering Atlantis and Lemuria, and if you have any of those memories, tap into it and feel the light force. You are the light, you are the divinity, you are creating from that. So we're in a magnificent changeover. If you're wanting to think New Year resolutions, okay, New Year resolutions, just think what we do in the natural. New Year resolutions, we take on, oh, I want to change my diet and I'm going to get healthy and I'm going to do all this stuff. Forget it. It's like turn your light body on, okay, and your body will come to order. We don't have to do any of that. New Year's resolutions set intentions to be the creator. Be the creator and birth in new earth is basically all we're needing to do. And everything that we're experiencing, I was looking at it, I came through a conversation this week, but everything that we're doing that seems to be reflecting resistance or whatever, okay, or a reflection of hardship, as a problem with a relationship, whatever it is, that reflection is the love of your own soul. That reflection is the love of your own soul saying, notice your divinity, become your divinity. You know, the messaging in every problem area that comes up in your reflection is only to show you your divinity, because you're the creator of that resistive world. You go, I didn't get involved. Yes, you did. Because Pisces is the victim, intimidator, rescuer. It's the Monopoly game. It's where we create laws, rules, and that through feelings and expectations and the desire realms, okay, when we're in this system of wanting something from outside of ourselves. So it has to be shown to us. Our soul has to show us, well, why are you wanting that from outside yourself when in actual fact you are divine and you've already got it? So in a holy instant, you can come back in okay, and be the creator of your world. So every vibrational story that we've got going on, even in our physical body, okay, if we're unwell, spiritual and emotional health, okay, when we're upset, okay, is actually showing us that we are simply here instead of here in full consciousness. Consciousness. So the shift is into consciousness. The shift is the fourth level of consciousness. Okay, the first one, we came from light, we knew ourselves completely. Second one is Maya. We come down into Maya and we forget who we are and we get enclosed in a system, okay, where we're imprinted and all that victim stuff. Okay, I don't really care about it anymore because I've healed my victim stuff. So it's not that I'm not privy to it, because I lived most of my life as a very wounded person. And here we go. We're able to actually accelerate now into consciousness because we're coming up through into the third and the fourth levels of consciousness. The fourth level is to know yourself as above, so below. So as above is your divinity, pure light, where you came from. How cool is that? All right. So you are remembering yourself, that you are the creator of your world. So if you've created a world that has vibrational stories still based in duality, the precious love message is that you are the divine one that created that bubble of experience. And this is why we can bring ourselves home. And this is why I teach quantum principles. So this book is full of quantum principles. Okay. Triggered emotions are based in control. Oh my God, I just thought I would be, when I got that message through, I was in great wounding. My heart was spasming for days. And I thought I'd get some love message back, and it was telling me to take responsibility for my triggered emotions. So I was controlling something. Every part of my journey has been to get these quantum principles through and then teach it so we can free ourselves. Isn't that the most beautiful thing? All right. So coming into your soul sovereignty is what it's all about. Soul sovereignty. What is soul sovereignty? Soul sovereignty is you ruling your own vibration. Oh, I love that. Okay, where's my crown? I've got a crown somewhere, okay, that I put on my head. You need to put your crown on, okay, and rule, okay? And you have to know that you do not give knowing consent. No, I do not give knowing consent to that vibrational seed of what the external world is telling me. No. Okay, you have to become like an orchestra conductor. Yes, I'll have this. No, you guys stop in with this. Okay, you need to be able to rule your frequencies. And you no longer have to go outside of yourself to find it. Okay, because your soul is saying, in every reflected world, your soul is saying, it's back to front. Okay, turn around and be loved. Let the love flow through you. Every reflected world, when I'm in this position, is going to bring a vibrational world of discord in a holy instant. And every holy instant that I spark through an expectation or control or whatever, I am actually sparking something external to myself, a world based in duality in what I call plan B. Where did plan B come from? We got plan A and plan B creators. So plan A creator is one in alignment, in a holy instant behold. In plan B, okay, I'm absolutely out of whack. And I've just got world rules, human law throwing itself at me. I'm in the system. I'm not creating. I'm creating about 3%. We're always creating, okay? We're the ones that are creating it by our belief in what's being told to us. So 3% creation. Instead of our 333% creation, full manifestation, okay, from my own soul, because I am soul. So this is what true sovereignty is. When we're talking about sovereignty, I'm not talking about going out and creating treaties with people. It's like, why on earth do I need a government? I actually don't need a government. Ooh, anarchy here. I don't need a government to tell me what to do. Okay. I don't need a government to protect myself. I don't need one to mandate anything on behalf of my health because I'm healthy. Okay. I really don't need anyone else. I don't need another creator to govern me. Okay. And the only reason we've got a government to govern ourselves is because we decided that we needed one. Okay. So we ourselves as very misinformed creators, and that's why it's happened. 3D has grown to this extent because it is not understanding our sovereignty of soul, and sovereignty, of course, is the very bare essential of you knowing yourself as the triune being, Father, Mother, God. Divine Holy Child is the essence that draws and pixelates into your lived reality. It manifests, it actually manifests what you as the divinity have projected for yourself. Isn't that beautiful? So if we take a step back and go, whoa, okay, I am my own sovereignty. I am the ruler, put my crown on and know that I rule my vibrational output. Therefore, I receive true soul sovereignty creations, which, by the way, are just unblemished and already given to you. Everything is given to you. Healing, okay, wealth, love, okay. Your financial institutions will bless you. You don't have to be struggling. Your vehicle can be a new one tomorrow if you want to, in a holy instant. So we are coming up into greater and greater love and light, and as programming, as false concepts are being removed. And so this is what I love about quantum law, is that we don't have to do anything to change or fix ourselves. This is the biggest misconception right now, and you will hear it. This book is so important because it teaches you when truth is being spoken, and it teaches you when the Pisces age is being spoken. So many of our spiritual leaders, okay, who have been our spiritual leaders, you'll be able to see the difference by learning quantum law and how consciousness actually works. Okay, and you'll go, I see. And it's not to bring judgment, it's so that you see it and keep coming into your own divinity. Okay, you can't have a master over the top of you. You have to be sovereign for yourself. Okay, if something's controlling you or you're controlling something, you are being shown by your law of reflection that you have it in your universe of inclusion. You are vibrating it because you're a vibrational being. What am I doing here? These strange things in front of you. Okay, I'm actually showing you that you're a vibrational, energetic being. You are in and out of sight, literally. You're not thinking about yourself. You're actually just thin air. Okay. Have you ever lost those keys? They didn't turn up for 10 whole minutes. How could that be possible? Unless you're living in a vibrational world. Okay. So when you understand that things are in and out of sight, okay, and that you'll understand who you are as a sovereign being, and that in a holy instant, you can be whole. And in a holy instant, those false creations that you've created can collapse. So right now we're coming into our higher galactic selves, but most importantly, we're coming up into, I'm probably getting my own spaceship back shortly. I'm kind of waiting for it. Bit bored with the technology here. Okay, where we can just work it and operate at the speed of thought, speed of light. Okay, we're speeding up. We think and it comes by the law of acquisition. So I teach on the law of acquisition and how the law of acquisition works. And by the way, we're running a new school for the law of acquisition in the new year. It goes for 10 weeks. So if anyone's wanting to come in and learn my law of acquisition, come in, because this is how you work. This will actually assist in the shift coming around and moving around in front of you. Okay, or so that you can output creation and manifesting instead of filtering it through this sludge that we've been filtering it through in the world system in plan B. So I was going to say earlier, how did I get plan A and plan B? And I had this client who was just so struggling to come out of these denser ideas. And one day I threw up my hands and go, what is this? What is it? What are we not getting? And the answer came straight through. A conqueror needs a battle to overcome. That's Pisces. A conqueror, a vibrational creator, a creator who is a vibrational creator of plan B, okay, is a conqueror. And they believe in conquering. They talk about being a warrior. They talk about endurance. They love these qualities that they have to overcome something. That is not a conscious creator. That is one who is struggling in plan B and drowning in it because you can't win in plan B. Okay? And the second part of this message was, but a victor, a creator who is a victor has the gates open before them. Isn't that just blessed? Okay, that's like the Queen coming through. She didn't even touch the gate to push it open. She has an entourage that pushes the gates open before she even enters. And this is the difference between manifesting from a soul sovereign perspective, from your own divinity. I thought it, and so it is. Totally trusting in your authority, in your capacity, in your ability. This is true sovereignty. This is true mastering of your light body. This is true mastery over your quantum field. This is true mastery. And when you understand your sovereignty, you will create the new world. Okay, and if you're creating the new world, we're taking the attention off the old world, which now every jot and every tittle is being absorbed up as we expand into the new earth, into the next age of Aquarius, which is being governed by Saint Germain, the violet flame. Okay, so we have blossomed. We're coming into the harvest of our life, our harvest, okay, by understanding the scriptures is our sovereignty, coming back into our divinity, returning home. Isn't that beautiful? It's just so beautiful. Returning into unconditional love and light, because in unconditional love, there is no reflection. When there's no reflection, okay, there is only the outpouring of the new world for you. You have your own soul script. You have the power to say yes to some of the 3D agreements that you made for living here. You can actually say no to that now. You have the power to say no. Isn't that cool? I can sign off soul contracts. Okay, no, I don't have to play with you to learn a lesson. I don't need you anymore to learn. I actually need my divinity, and I'm going to create. So it's a completely different way of operating. Okay, Kasha, what are you doing? You just crack me up. Oh, thanks for that. All right. So with this sovereignty, it is birthing in the new earth, the new age of Aquarius, and is coming to birth as the golden age. And we've been seeing changes in so many different ways as these frequencies are uplifting us. The patterns and programmings are falling away. If you've got patterns or programs, come and see me. We'll pull them out as I set up your light body, okay, as we heal your wounded child. Okay, we've got the most magnificent school that assists you in 30 hours of absolutely transformational defragging of your light body, putting your light body together, healing your wounded child, removing pain bodies, signing off soul contracts until you meet your board of directors. Imagine meeting your triune being for real, that you can communicate directly to your soul. And that's why I don't have to go and ask another creator, excuse me, creator, what do you think about this? Isn't that what we do? We go to a creator, another creator, excuse me, what do you think about this? I had this come to mind. It's like you had it come to mind, your divine feminine fed you. It's sort of like, why would you ask another creator whose divine feminine is getting them to do something else, to be on their journey Okay, that's their stuff. Do not go to another creator and ask them what they think about your creations. Okay, because your divine masculine has already said to your divine feminine, so it is. I make passage. There's your doing force. And then your own divine inner child goes, yeah, let's do it, and brings it from the world. You're not going to understand, but when you meet your divine inner child, okay, people talk about divine inner child like it's this little skipping wonderment, okay, enjoying the earth, okay? No, the divine inner child, the holy child, is the one that pixelates your creation and brings it into your lived experience like deja vu. You go, oh, I just had a deja vu moment. No, what you did was you had a projection before you came in here and you just met up with your projection. Okay, and this is solving those discussions like predestination. Do we believe in predestination? Well, I kind of do, because I created a default script before I came in here. My soul, me. So why am I arguing with myself? Oh, that's right, I don't have to. Okay, so I come back into alignment and I actually do what comes next because I trust it. I'm the one that wrote the script. Oh, this is such a big change. Okay, so when people are talking about consciousness and they're from here, they're not fully understanding it because they're still seeking it, still asking and calling in that love relationship. And the love itself then goes, but you are it. And you turn on your light body in that holy instant and you feel the light, you become the light, and you know yourself as the creator itself. A drop down version, a little divine spark of Father and Mother God. And the divine holy child is residing as you. You're it. It's not even a droplet. Okay, it is the creator of worlds and you are that. And so even if you create a little negative one, okay, that takes you off to hospital today, or it, you kick your toe, that's a little false creation right there. Okay, you're a creator. You know how you get out of whack for the day? No, it's like the rest of the day just goes down the tube. It's like, no, you're the creator of that world. It is actually quantumly building on the feelings, thoughts, motions, and desires that you had triggered for whatever reason. Why do you become sick? Who gets the flu? A person who has just judged themselves. And it happens in a holy instant. As soon as you crash your system, as soon as you crash it, it goes like shock through your system. As soon as you judge yourself, you actually hit and explode, okay, the last thing that you witness, and generally it's something unwell. Okay, so this is understanding quantum law. It's understanding your vibrational light body. It's understanding how, just by doing the opposite, we can actually remove it from our light body. And I don't care what it is. It can be cancer, it can be ovarian stuff, it can be anything. Because at some point in your prior past, in your past living, you've made a decision and you've cast a judgment. A judgment is a decision. That's why when you do Don't Play the Game with me, the whole segment, and you can actually purchase Don't Play the Game on the website, diamondmatrixmasters.net. It is so cool. It is the best 2 hours you will ever spend, and you will never play the game again, or very rarely. At least you'll know what you're doing, and I'll give you and in that is the quantum principles that pull you out of that dissolve this framework in a holy instant. So with Don't Play the Game, yeah, we're creating these worlds that are actually in disharmony and dysfunction. And yet we can come into alignment so quickly because we're a living vessel. I remember one of my studies I talk about in the book, just as a side note, but back in the 18th century, okay, we had masters walking around the earth. And one of them had, they were doing experiments in India. And what they'd set up was this light, this lead blanket above this man who was actually dying, who was just about to pass. And they were doing electromagnetic readings, okay, on trying to weigh the soul. How much does the body weigh? How much does the soul weigh? And so there is a an amount. And this was fascinating to me. But what actually happened in this testimony, and you have to remember that a testimony in the old sense of the world was absolute truth. It was testified to happening. This man's soul went out of the body, hit the lead blanket, came back in, and this man just went, and his disease and everything left him, and he went running out into community and lived as a miracle another 20 years. Okay, so I'm wanting to say to you, there's so much. I love manifesting and how it works. So they set an intention. They set an intention. You as a creator, you set an intention. They set an intention that the soul would hit the lead blanket, come back into the body. That's what they were hoping for. And it happened. You see, you're a creator. And when you work with a group of people, you're thinking even bigger and you're creating more because you have more intentions, which is why we love think tanks, masterclasses, masterminds. Okay, that is a beautiful way to create. But the first way to create, first way is knowing your own sovereignty, that light force that healed that body, that man who actually died came back to life and is running around community and actually being of true service. Okay, you have to understand that he went out in the box, he died. Okay, so that was his karmic life. And then he was, and this is what resurrection is, it's resurrecting, it's remembering our consciousness so that we can live an ascended life and be of true service to humanity. So if you actually know yourself as a creator, and you know by the law of acquisition, honestly, come in, you need to do the law of acquisition with me. It's insane talking to people, not just here today, but the ones that are going to see this afterwards. Book in for the law of acquisition, book in for the Diamond Quantum School, and I'll show you truly how to become a sovereign creator. It is incredible when you never have to question yourself, but know that you're a part of everything that you're vibrationally outputting. So manifestation becomes extremely clear, whether it be finances, love relationships, what you're looking at, what is meaning for you, what you're desiring to do. You will be guided from your heart, from your soul, and you'll be creating beyond what you've ever created before. And so it's just so different living from a sovereign soul perspective. I don't actually question myself anymore. And yet I have been, every time Saint Germain, who's been my teacher, after the Christ, I had the Christ for many, many years, and then Saint Germain came in and took over my studies. And he would go, stop striving. And this would happen like most days. I'd be just like this nervous wreck trying, because I was back to front, wasn't I? I was trying to gain salvation, trying to gain favor, okay, trying to gain self-worth. And it was a horrible way to live. He goes, stop striving. And I remember about 6 months ago, he came back in and goes, I see you're on the path. I go, how profound. And finally came to a place of being on the path where I was so sure, certainty, certitude. Take that word in, certitude. Okay. Immaculate is your divine masculine. Okay, it doesn't make mistakes. Opulence, feel your divine feminine. Right now, your three parts are within you. Feel your divine feminine. This is what you've been reaching for. This is what every man, woman, and child wants on the earth. Okay, is the love of their goddess. Okay, man is reaching for it in his partner, in a woman that he wants to find. He's looking for the magnificence, the opulence of the woman. Okay, in actual fact, he's looking for his own goddess. Isn't that beautiful? Certitude, certitude. Certitude means I'm certain about something. Okay. So, yeah, so a man is looking for the goddess, but guess what? A woman in the gender of a female is seeking her own goddess. And it took me to the age of 50 where I found her and realized she's what I was looking for all my life. And then I met my board of directors, my divine masculine. And here's the masculine that I've been looking for all my life. And this is what women are looking for in male partners. Okay, they're looking for the divine masculine. Okay, so when we actually introduce you to divine masculine and you activate your own sovereign being, then your relationships, because your quantum world shifts, it pixelates, it tweaks itself, and then you get what beautiful Dala got is her mirrored image in sovereignty. And you can't get better than that. No, you can't get better than that. It's just, this is what we've been seeking. So when you actually find that one, when you find your own board of directors and you understand your own sovereignty, then what has to come to you in your reflected world has to be of this world. Okay, it has to be in the divine. And let's just get rid of the gender stuff. Okay, I'll speak into that just for a moment. It's not about gender. So it is going to be the qualities of the divine masculine, the divine feminine, divine inner child in a soul who also has divine masculine, divine feminine, divine inner child. Okay, so the love on love is just incredible, no matter the body that the triune being inhabits. Okay, so let's solve this whole gender issue. There is no gender. And when we're talking about divine masculine, divine feminine, it's God barely in, it's not utterable. Okay, it's so far beyond our silly little human minds and our little pointy us. Little pointy self, greater self. Where would you rather get your information from? Honestly, my life has changed, okay, this year, as every part of this keeps interweaving in more and more intricate ways. You know, I had one lady, a precious soul working with me, this getting lucid dreams on what she's doing with the diamond energy and imparting it into children that are suffering autism and that. And this is what we do, diamond heart rhythm resets. Okay, we can teach you in so many different things that alleviate, okay, the hardship on people's lives, from mental health, brain chemistry realignment. We can actually heal the brain by reordering, okay, and bringing balance to the brain chemistry, and then of course to the body. And then we impart the heart center and we open up your diamond light body through a Palladian light work, which some of you have experienced now, which is really, really amazing. So there's just so much work. So have a look at diamondmatrixmasters.net. It's coming up at the top of the hour. But I want to wish everyone a happy new year. Okay. It's important to understand that Pisces is incredibly disappointing, and that's where your disappointment lies. Okay. Pisces is created that you cannot win. You can't win in Pisces. Okay, the Piscean age of duality that we've been living in is coming to an end, and is coming to an end in your physical body. And the only one that can end it is you. So don't keep working on it. There's nothing to work on. What are you going to do? You know, how do you make something bad into something good? That's just the other end of the stick, which you'll keep, you know, subjecting yourself to the rod of judgment. It's like, stop it. Okay, no, there's nothing to change or fix about you. You come into your alignment. You turn on your soul in your light body, and that is turning on the age of Aquarius. Right there, you're turning on the age of Aquarius. You're turning on your sovereignty. You are then expanding into the pure light of the new age. And so forget about all of this new age nonsense, okay? People have done their best with what they had. We need every teacher, healer, psychic, or whatever to bring messages to us. We need every single one of them active on their street so that the people and populace can go to them and find something that's useful. So do not attack each other, okay? Do not pull down a work of growth and a work of expansion, okay? I just want you to say, be the love, support one another in through this time as we come up through this portal of light. And this week, I actually went through this amazing experience of doing work on country, and I had to stake the diamond energy. So if you've got diamond activated in you, you can go out and stake the diamond energy and fill it up, and it releases those souls that are stuck in the earth. It opens up the portals. You call in the light forces, call in everybody to do the work right now. Nothing can happen on this planet unless you call it. Get that into you. Get into that. You have free will. 3D can only have stuff happen if the inhabitants of the earth call it in. Okay, and that's why we're finally getting a quorum of people together that are actually being light or of light and are projecting into the new earth energies, the age of Aquarius. But it is a completely different light source. It is not the same. And that's why we're coming out of this to come into new stuff. And we're going, no, I'm bored with that old stuff. Okay, I want to come into the new, and you want to be the creator itself. Sounds like anarchy, doesn't it? I'm a bit of a rebel. But let's take us into soul sovereignty, into full capacity. Okay? It's like, oh my goodness. So what are we going to be doing? I've got no idea. What are your New Year resolutions? Do I have any? No, nothing pops in my head. Sorry, don't want to do anything that 3D thinks is normal as a New Year's resolution. Okay, I'll tell you what I'll be doing. I will be creating whatever it is I feel to create next. Okay, so if you haven't heard this message before and you're hearing it for the first time, you're going to do what you think to do next. And that's holy stuff, isn't it? Really, really spiritual. Feel like a cup of coffee. Go and do it. Get up, rise, and take your body into your next experience. Simple as that. Okay, no sitting in inertia, no talking about the system and how bad it is and all that type of jazz. Get up and tend to what it is that you're meant to be doing, and you'll be in the next space that you're meant to be inhabiting, and you will actually show up for your own soul script. Okay, and this is where we have our, toilet roll teaching and all of that. Okay, how to mind your own toilet roll. Mind your own soul script. Get on with it. Energetically, keep it clear. Okay, and you'll never, ever not trust yourself, because you're the one who's creating it, because you are the divinity itself. So that's what's going on. That is the shift. The shift is changing you from being a creator, messing with all of this nonsense energy, to your sovereignty, your soul sovereign, conscious divinity, your own light source. Okay, you don't need to get anything from anyone else. And all of you, as you become those star sparks, okay, all of those stars now are coming together, forming communities, being of true service, because once you become a creator, you're not just creating stuff for yourself. You go, oh, they need a bus over there. Bus comes to you by the law of acquisition. I thought it. No, God, I got a bus. Okay, they need a bus to get to town, to meet with people, do their thing, whatever. You're going to be of service as a creator. Do you want to know what your destiny is? That's what it is. You being a creator, creating into the spaces, and by the law of acquisition, you will bring to that space what is needed, what is wanted, what is desired, because you say, I'll receive it. I can do this. And then suddenly it's all I want to do is love you. I just want to pour out. It's no longer that all you want to do is love me and draw, manifestation to yourself. It's going to be, I'm a manifester and all I want to do is love you. And you will just pour out, you will create everything, okay, on behalf of those that you're serving. So I just want to wish everyone a joyous time and a very happy new year as we come into 2022, knowing our sovereignty. And if you don't know your sovereignty, come in and learn of it. I'm happy to take you through the school. I do amazing 90-minute healing sessions where we actually cleanse your auric field. We do brain chemistry. We actually set up your 4 bodies. Okay, we put your auric field and your bioenergy field back together again, fill you up with protections and show you how to be a quantum master. All that in 90 minutes, not bad. Okay, so things are a lot simpler than we've been taught. And our sovereignty is so much simpler than what we've been taught. Okay, so we need you. I just want to say to every single one of them watching this message, we need you. Okay, accelerate this process with us, accelerate us. Not even a process, I'll get rid of that word. It's a naughty word. We won't use that word. Okay, accelerate light, accelerate new age. It's coming to birth now. All right, diamond blessings. Mwah. How did you find today?
Exquisite.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Kim.
Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, all of it. Just the information is just a wellspring of knowledge and helps people just all the way around in really understanding their true sovereign being. And I just appreciate you completely.
Oh, thank you, Dala. Oh, it's been a fun year. All right, well, I'll sign off. We're going to shut this recording down and I'll see you in 2022. Sounds a long way away. It's only tomorrow or the next day. Hello, Mighty Joe. Good to see you. All
Diamond
right. Yeah.
diamond.
Diamond blessings, everyone.
Bye for now.